What a finish to the ball game! Unbelievable!
It's really what our motto is. We're building stronger and together.
1, 2, 3, win!
And he's got a touchdown, wall to wall. It's a touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Everything's quick, everything's in sync, and it's fast paced. Players and the fans, they're right there in the action.
He's got it! Touchdown!
Whether it's the balls hitting off the net, whether it's balls going into the stands, whether it's touchdown celebrations, you name it, the fans become a part of the game.
One of the greatest arena football games ever has happened tonight at the Tampa Bay Times Forum.
The 2012 season is the 25th in the history of the Arena Football League. And while the league's history has not always been the smoothest, many of the AFL teams have been able to establish deep roots in the cities they call home. No place has this been more true than in Tampa, Florida, home of the 5-time Arena Bowl champion Storm. The Storm's success peaked in the mid-90s with a run of 4 titles in a 6-year span, a streak that garnered the attention of one very notable Tampa Bay native.
Because I've always been a fan of arena football since I got here in 1995. And the success that the Storm had accomplished all those years, for me, I looked at it from a fan standpoint.
That interest would prove meaningful many years later when a retired Derrick Brooks was offered the opportunity to become the Storm's team president.
I looked at the team for about 30, 45 days of just being in the background, going to a few practices, watching a lot of games. And then I had to ask myself, can I be an executive in football? Is this really what I want to do? And is this the next challenge for me? And those are not easy decisions. So I do like everything else I do. I prayed for perspective and purpose. And at the end of the day, I decided to take the challenge.
Yeah, baby. This it right here, baby. This is it.
Brooks has never been one to shy away from a challenge, a confidence that dates back to his playing days at Florida State.
Going to Florida State, the best of the best at the time, you can't be afraid of competition. The cream always rises to the top. That's what we said when we were there. We felt we were the cream. And if you as an individual felt that way, you step in and show what you got.
It's picked off, intercepted to the 25 to the 20, to the 15 to the 10, Derrick Brooks, Brooks to the 5. He has a Florida State touchdown.
You know, if we walked on the field knowing we were the best team, then we're not only going to win, we're going to dominate. Our toughest competition was in practice, going against our offense. You know, you don't get no better athletes than our own team. So the games we felt were easy.
Brooks' career in Tallahassee ranks among the greatest by any defender in the storied program's history. The 1994 ACC Player of the Year was twice selected as a consensus All-American during his 4 years at Florida State. A career highlighted by the Seminoles' 1993 championship, the first in school history.
Hey, start fast, man. Come out the locker room. Apply pressure, man. Win on 3. 1, 2, 3.
But his success in Florida had only just begun. After being drafted by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers in 1995, Brooks anchored a renaissance within the once lowly franchise, a rise that peaked in 2002 with a Super Bowl title.
Dropping Gannon, looking Gannon, those on the back. That's inside at the 40. Derrick Brooks 30. Brooks to the 29. 20. Derrick Brooks all the way. Touchdown Tampa Bay. There it is. The dagger's in. We're going to win the Super Bowl.
I'm running and saying to myself, Lord, don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. Don't let me fall. As I'm running to the end zone and the outpour of emotions as I'm walking back to the sideline. Just, again, you know, just really crying tears of joy.
But the impact of Brooks' career in a Bucs uniform cannot be summarized in a single play. The future Hall of Famer's astounding run of excellence earned him 10 consecutive trips to the Pro Bowl and the Defensive Player of the Year in the Bucs Super Bowl season of 2002. He never missed a game during his 14-year NFL career, retiring with an active streak of 200 consecutive starts.
I get all my emotions involved in everything I do because I want to have fun. At the end of the day, I'm a very enthusiastic player. I'm full of energy, and I just want you to know that I'm going to keep on coming.
I'm going to knock you out every time. You won't get up next time.
I always carried that on the football field, that I really wanted everyone to feel my energy, feel my enthusiasm, and, you know, hey, I'm showing up not only to win, but I'm showing up to lead the men to win.
Bye-bye. 4 years removed from his last game in a Bucs uniform, Brooks' same leadership mentality permeates every facet of his new role with the Storm.
Hello, guys. Thanks for coming.
He wants change. He wants to do good things. He wants to do big things. And, you know, because you want somebody who can come in, day out with that type of passion. And he can do that every day. He does that every day, and that rubs off on people.
But I get to be part of every decision the franchise makes. And it's not just football as a general manager. It's not just business as the president. I get to be involved in everything. I wear a lot of hats. Day one on the job, that was what was entrusted to me.
Every piece of the franchise bears his fingerprints. As general manager, Brooks reviews game plans with coaches and scouts each game from the sideline. He visits the locker room before each game and takes players into the Tampa community as part of his numerous charitable undertakings. And one of his first acts as president was a complete revamping of the team's uniforms and logo, a rebranding campaign that went along with $40 million worth of stadium renovation.
So I was sitting in on color presentations, uniform, PMSs, at the same time coming up with a marketing brand, looking for a face for the franchise.
And while he still may be looking for a face of the franchise on the field, Brooks need look no further than his own mirror to find the man most recognized by the Storm's loyal following.
Hello, everybody. Everybody doing? Does he look familiar? He looks like this guy? I think so. Thank you. Hey, Julie Smith, this is Derrick Brooks, and I like to tell you, go Noles now and forever. You get a national championship. All right. Who Gator? Oh, you're Gator? Gators. Oh, my God. It's time to go. I'm outnumbered. I get involved. I be around. I let people feel, touch. I want them to see my energy that I have for our football team. And really just my small way of saying thank you. At the same time, I want them to see the competitiveness in my eyes, to know I want to win, and I want to win with you, period. We want to bring them another championship.
Florida State retired Brooks' jersey and number in November of 2010, just months before his 9-year term on the university's Board of Trustees came to an end. And while he no longer serves in any official capacity in Seminole country, Derrick still traces the roots of his numerous successes to his days at FSU. Going
to Florida State, being able to succeed in education and get my degree, I think that was foremost. Secondly, it was the relationships. Starting with Coach Bowden on the football field, challenging you to be a better man when you leave the university than when you came. And I would say those things that I look back at Florida State and say, hey, those are simple ingredients that I continue to use today and no matter what role that I've had to play.